Welcome back to A Corporate Time. So we've got a bunch of guests on the couch with us.
Couch is full.
And we were talking about alcohol, and that reminded me that not that many guests drink our alcohol that we have. We have a full bar.
I think when
and
we
beer.
start recording in the morning.
Yeah, that is true. That hinders
when
us.
Which does not stop Joey Mazant or David Jolly.
Oh, wow, calling them out.
I'm
Calling
naming
them out.
names.
Jolly doesn't matter, but the Joey one's a little sad.
No, why are you saying
Well,
that?
it's very early when he comes in.
No.
Joey knows.
It's about the fun.
He the party.
He cracks one before the door opens.
He brings us alcohol.
Like, he pulls it out of the cardboard as he's walking in.
Yeah, it's about
which
the
is
party.
only a move I would use if I were going to a poker game. You know? Like, you do that move where you're like, all right, deal me in, and you pull the Heineken out.
He
Anyway.
likes to have fun.
Yeah, anyway, we do have liquor, abundance of liquor, beer, seltzers that
I
everyone...
do believe that was one of our first questions.
Hold on one second. I'm talking. This is going bad already. Rick doesn't know what to tell him. And, but we have all this alcohol, and it was a different time when we built this place out, and it's all there, and no one takes advantage of it now because nobody drinks anymore.
So Rick is back. How you doing, Rick?
Hey, what's up, guys?
We got Rick.
Where's that liquor you mentioned?
Do you want some?
Oh, always.
Now, so Rick was on. How long ago were you on, Rick? I feel like a month ago.
About a month or two ago. Yeah.
We were talking about the Dr. Phillips show you got coming up.
Absolutely,
July 15th. It's at the Pew Theater. You can get your tickets at drphillips.com.
The name, not the expletive.
You what?
Pew Theater.
Yeah. So
Nobody uses that anymore. Nobody says pew.
And since Rick has been on, and we talked about me knowing how to play trumpet when I was a kid,
Still don't have any proof of that.
Rick has been hassling Sam.
I have totally been hassling Sam.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just going to forward him to you, Tom.
Yeah.
Which I get a little pleasure out of.
Well, Rick doesn't take no for an answer.
I like that about Rick.
Yeah.
Because that's how you get ahead, I feel.
Well, he's in here, isn't he?
Yeah.
And here I am.
He made his way in.
Let's talk.
Now, Tom only knows how to say no, which is what he's about to do right now.
No. Well,
Not when face to face. It's always a yes.
Yeah, he'll lie to your face.
Right.
Yeah. And then he just won't show up.
So
Right.
let's talk about, before we get into it, Rick, let's talk about not taking no for an answer, because I've heard that, like, a lot of good salespeople, like, that is what makes a good salesperson and what makes a good businessman and a successful artist that just keeps trying and trying.
Sure.
And then,
Perseverance.
Perseverance. And
Perseverance is key, yes. Exactly.
I don't have any perseverance. Like, for instance, if I email someone, and they don't email me back,
Then you think that
They're
I'm
dead.
like, for
They're
sure they saw it, and then the reason they
why
didn't
do you
email
say
me back.
For sure they saw it.
Well, I make that situation in my mind at all times. Like, or if I text someone or whatever, I text Jimmy
He's the
other
king
day.
of assumptions.
Oh, yeah. And so, okay, I'll tell you a real one.
I should write that song.
I
That's a good
text-
song, King of Assumptions.
I text Jim Colbert.
First three letters.
Colbert.
Colbert.
He goes by Colbert now.
Who is on the afternoons.
Yes, he's
and,
the afternoon
WTKS.
show. He's the big heavy hitter. Took
Yeah,
over
yeah.
for the beloved Jim Phillips.
Yeah. So I text him. And I'm like, hey, let's do this show, whatever, and
Yeah.
nothing, no reply. So in my mind, I was like, well, for sure he got it. And then
He did get it.
Yeah, didn't want to do
No,
what
he's a
I'm
busy
asking.
guy. What did you ask him to do?
They come and do a show with us. And so
Oh, he's done that a million times.
No, yeah. I know. We were we had a show that we need to record. Essentially, I'm using
Well,
him. I
maybe
guess.
Rick can teach you.
Yeah.
But then
Maybe Rick the trumpet man can teach you how to persevere.
But I don't want to bother him more because I'm assuming he doesn't want to do it, and he made
He doesn't want to do anything. Have you heard his show? He wants
So
to
should I
sit
keep bothering
in
him
his...
until he has to tell me? Like, I don't want to do it. Stop bothering me.
He's not going to ever say that.
And
He'll
you
just
have
say...
to wait until you get that answer before you let it go.
Okay, well,
See, that's what Rick's saying.
But then
you
when
could try that.
when I get the answer, I feel awkward that I was like, oh my God, how embarrassing.
But why?
Because he cares what other people
But
think.
you fulfilled your purpose.
But Jimmy has told us no over a dozen times.
Yeah,
for
but,
multiple things.
but it's always an
we put a dummy in his old dirty Mustang, and he was mad as hell about
That's
that.
bullying him.
Maybe that's
then
why he
bully
doesn't
him.
want to do the show.
Then bully him on this. Use your bullying powers to write him and be like, get on our show.
Oh, call him out.
You P-word.
No, well, because then I would do that. The fact, like, I thought that if he was effing around, he'd text me like, why you keep asking me to do this? I don't have time.
Okay, why is Rick here?
All right. So Rick, I don't even know.
Sorry, I blacked out there
I
for a
started going
moment.
off
You don't
into
even
the
know why
woods.
Rick's here.
Yeah. I just started going
My
into a
God.
tangent.
I thought this was with the three guys on the podcast.
I'm still waiting for a drink.
You guys look like the three guys that are in the podcast awards that have the fancy podcast. Have you seen those guys?
Let's talk to Jason because I want to see.
Oh, I just moved right past me.
Well, I want to see what Rick told Jason.
Okay.
In the car on
I
the
like
way
this.
here.
Jason.
This show is called What Rick Told Jason.
Exactly.
The show.
Yeah.
Car on the way here, you're talking about just outside of the place. Car was not even a part of this. It was the outside, like, powwow right before we got into the building. That's what this was.
What did he say?
Okay, in the parking lot.
Yeah.
All right.
What did he
Right.
say?
He gave me a couple talking points. One, to make sure that everyone needs to come down to the show. The show's going to be a great point. Going to be awesome. The next thing was that if you want to hear some awesome trumpets, some awesome, see some aerialists, some great stuff, you got to come down to the show.
So,
Hey,
but
So
what
tell us
what do you
about
say
the show.
about
When
us?
is it? Where is it?
It's July 15th,
I
right?
thought you did
That's
radio
July
before,
15th.
Jason.
I did, but I had notes when I was doing radio, and now this is much
No,
more off the cuff.
No!
Yes, it
What
was notes.
the
It was
effort,
slower. It was NPR. It was much
Oh, right,
more.
right.
It was slower paced. I'm not good at the
So I don't
fast
have
Tom
the
has
really.
notes.
Jason, look at my notes.
I don't have the really,
That's
the
one of
really
my-
low, sexy
Oh.
voice, but I'm gonna attempt to like mimic
Goddamn Zodiac
Jason
killer.
Hold on,
and
for
bring
the
it
first time
down.
ever, I beat you.
Bring it down an
For
octave.
the first time ever, I beat
What
you.
is that? A 1-100?
0 to 100 on how I'm going to rate Rick and his appearance on the show.
That's weird.
I'm still undecided.
Did you wasted a whole piece of paper for that?
I did.
I got a post-it note for you. So this is our the LCO, Orlando's premier chamber pops and orchestra big band with their second annual vaudeville spectacular. It's like a variety show, like old school. It's kind of an ode to like Ed Sullivan and Lawrence Welk and Carol Burnett.
I love Lawrence
Where
Welk.
anything goes. We're talking multiple genres of music, multiple genres of guest talent, all wrapped up into one show.
So-
one night only.
Vaudeville. What's up with that?
Yeah, what is vaudeville?
Yeah.
I don't even
It's
know what that is.
what is it just variety of a bunch of different performers?
Pretty much, yeah. Variety is pretty much a Victorian. It started in the Victorian area, mid to late 1800s, into the early 1900s. It was like a spin-off of circus and carnivals, and it was where all the freaks come out. And they would display all of their talents, and pretty much anything goes. So you had, bearded trumpet players and, three-legged flute players and aerialists with snakes and all kinds of
Oh, a
stuff.
good old gross band.
It's a
I love a
gross
gross
band,
band.
yeah.
I love me a good old unfortunate gross band.
So is it like like the circus had a freak show back before that? I'm sure was canceled.
Yeah. Well, they
You
were
can't just put
unfortunates.
it-
They had a RV or a trailer full of unfortunates,
Ah.
and when they'd get to the city, they'd go, you'd go to your tent, and then people would pay to come through, and you lift up the, you'd
Well, you see,
Yeah, you
back
can't do that anymore.
No, you can't
back
do
in
that.
the sad days when you didn't live past 35, you needed to get all your entertainment down in one. So you saw people singing and dancing. If you weren't a threat of death at this event, it wasn't fun. We're bringing that back. Of you need to get everything, feast for the eyes and feast for the ears. It's the whole thing. That's what
Especially
you
in today's society where everybody's like, social media and we're playing video games and our faces are totally engaged in our phones as opposed to like going out in the community and actually engaging with other people, enjoying a community event with live music.
There you go.
The problem with that is that when I'm out like talking to a normal person, so boring.
Define normal.
And then I can't just swipe up and see a prank
I'm
video.
like, oh,
of-
you're still talking.
Yeah. Like I need all my entertainment in
Fast.
15-second bursts.
Tom, I can guarantee you all 40 of our artists in this show are not normal.
Like I
Oh,
saw a
okay.
video yesterday where a guy stood in his
I mean,
front
look at the
yard.
three of us.
Well, you look pretty
you
normal.
guys look,
We do kind of look like insurance adjusters here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
especially the guy in the middle. He's Mr. Normal.
He is, wait till he starts talking.
Now, Rick emailed me because he wanted to propose a challenge to Tom.
Oh, Tom loves challenges.
Tom, you're not getting out of this, man. So we understand, Sean. Sean, Sean? Tell him about this 2-week. What is this?
Tell him
challenge?
about it, John.
Yeah.
I put it on the BDM page a couple of times.
Okay, so you're a BDM, Sean.
I am.
Okay, so you know. Did you warn Rick, like, hey?
He did.
It's
It's really Sean's fault.
What are you doing, Sean?
I kind of told him he
Sean's
should go
a
on
trumpet
here the
player
last time
also.
He came.
Okay.
And I didn't give him really any heads up the first time he was here. I just wanted to see how it went.
Okay.
And this time I was nice. I warned Jason. So
Okay, all right.
That was nice.
He's got poster notes
Yeah,
too.
Jason's
so.
cool as a cucumber sitting over there.
Jason's a hardened radio guy
Yeah,
for
he is.
NPR.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like the guy that got fired from American Idol.
So back to the challenge. Yeah.
So your 2-week challenge. But I probably got about 2 weeks till the show once this airs. If you'd like to come on stage and conduct a song with us, I'll even bring a trumpet. You can just sit and hold
Conduct
it
a
in
song.
the trumpet section.
Can he use his
But
penis?
You can do either
what
one.
we would
That's
really
encouraging
like is
fact.
for Tom to bring his trumpet and do the intro into the Carnival of Venice, which is a solo that Jason's going to be performing.
Carnival of Venice.
But we want you to frickin' frack it so much, and then we're eventually going to bring Jason out, who's all like gagged and tied up with rope, and like the real trumpet player
That's
comes
the
out.
only way.
Getting
I
kinky
can-
now.
The old tied up the real trumpet player guy. I
Yeah,
haven't
this
done
is
that.
called slapstick and vaudeville at its
Okay.
best.
Now,
Yes.
what
Tied me up in the back, see? I wasn't
Yeah.
able to do my solo.
Unless you want to be the one that's tied up.
Now here's the what I'm worried about, Rick, is that the audience won't know what's going on.
They won't. They won't. They
So
will.
when I-
Absolutely will
so-
not.
so when
and
I get
Rick
out
will
there,
have
they'll
to
be
run out of Rick will have to be
confused.
like, what's happening right now? And you'd have to describe it. That's so awkward. When you're like, he's a bad trumpet player. They tied him up in the back.
Yeah.
Sometimes not knowing is the allure of the illusion of the production itself.
I think it's better if they don't know. Absolutely.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because
I
to
don't
me,
know.
it creates an awkwardness. And
No. It's a big yes and. Everything in life, just a big yes and.
Yeah, I get awkward.
You just have to imagine the audience naked and everything goes. It's
No,
great.
no,
It's perfect.
that does not make it. That makes it more.
Yeah, that makes it worse. Have you seen some of the people around here? Oh my God.
Because if I look at it, I'm like, what if
Horrifying.
these people are naked? Worse for
Yeah.
me.
And you're seeing weird stuff.
Yeah.
Like people always say, "Oh, imagine the audience naked."
All of
some
our
those
followers
people,
are beautiful.
Some of those people have colostomy bags on them.
Oh,
Some of those
no,
people
no,
like
no,
got like
no.
they're not
Yeah,
washing
yeah,
themselves
yeah.
good, and we know it because you can
Yeah.
smell the wounds. You can smell
Come
their
on,
wounds.
come on.
We have an odor sensor as they come into
No,
the theater.
you do
so
not.
we're
Now
good.
you're lying. You're lying about the odor sensors because there's wounds.
So, Rick, this is what I worry about. I go out there, and then you're like, okay, you get this whole bit, and
Yeah.
you're.
Do I have to go?
You're
Because
tied
somebody's
up.
got to
No,
film
no.
it, and he's like, "You got to film it for social media. You got to film it for TikTok."
No, yeah. So,
But I don't want to do that.
Yeah, Daniel
and
doesn't
then,
even
and then
leave
Sam's not going to do it.
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
hell
Like, I'm
no.
like, she's
No.
like, I ask her, I'm like, please. She's
I
like,
barely want to do this.
Yeah, and Sam's like,
Yeah.
F you. And I'm like, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, please.
So then, like you're on some sort of like Hannibal Lecter, like
Ooh.
cart, like
Yes.
you're tied up, and you're like, all right, we're gonna wheel the real trumpet player out as soon as you start
Yeah.
screwing it up or whatever. So I get out there, I haven't played trumpet in 28 years or something like that, and then so I can't play.
I thought you
I'm
were
like,
28.
people are just sitting there like, what's happening? And then because
Why
no-
is this guy ruining the show?
Yeah, there's a couple BDMs in the audience.
Hey, and then there'll be a guy that'll
Yeah,
be like,
they're
I
like- they're-
came here for trumpet.
They're filming it.
And
just
you're gonna
to-
have more trumpet than you know what to.
Well,
what to do
not
with,
not
yeah.
if this happens, because the people will be like, well, what happened to the beautiful music?
So then we do this bit, and then the real trumpet player comes out. We untie, and then people are like, "Oh, what?" And then
What's
you start
happening?
playing.
But then you have to do this. Okay, here, follow me. Hold on.
Then
Maybe I got the thing to save it. So, real trumpet player comes out. You did the gag.
It's a Laurel
Then
and
the-
Hardy.
hold on a
gig.
second. And then the guy, I'm just coming to me.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm in my lane now.
Uh-oh.
So then
has
you
a
go.
vision.
So then you go. No, like you're like, no, I am the real trumpet player. This guy's an imposter.
Oh, okay.
And, you, and then,
yeah.
and then we're doing the
You
whole
have a
thing.
trumpet brawl on stage.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then
All
you
right.
got to go back and forth. But behind the stage, playing the role of your trumpet, just like the old Andy Griffith gag that they did when Barney couldn't sing, they put the guy that could sing behind the curtain, and he sang good.
there you
So
go.
then we get a good trumpet player, and then you guys start having a
You're
trumpet
a trumpet
battle.
mime, yes.
And you're doing a little battle, right?
Yeah,
to
yeah,
figure
yeah.
out. And then Rick has to come out and pick who is the real trumpet player
Okay, all right, yeah.
by knowing how their penises look.
Just
Just like the Michael Jackson case, because I know either one of you have a defining birthmark on your penis. And Rick is the only one that can figure it out.
And it turns into a mud wrestling ring, you know?
no, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Vaudeville, baby. That's what it's all about.
That was pretty
But
dumb. Rick.
How weird does it
Tom,
get?
it's not going to be just about you. So don't
Okay.
think
Well,
it's
that's
like
what
going to
he
be
wants.
a 2
I don't
hours.
want that.
You're gonna have like maybe 2-3 minutes because we have BJ Stevens, who's our fabulous drag performer that's coming. We have
such a great name.
Teddy Fournier, who's our aerialist. Shelley Keeler. Who else did we got?
We got Michael Scott Ross. This guy will come in.
Oh,
we got Michael
yeah.
Scott Ross. He's going to come in with a puppet, some heels. You're not going to want to miss this guy.
I don't know what that means.
Wait,
watch me shove this puppet.
The puppet has heels.
I'm gonna
not
stop him
Michael.
good.
Yeah.
Michael Scott and heels with a puppet.
Don't worry, the puppet loves it.
Dan the Magician is coming back again this year.
Dan the Magician.
Yeah, we have an illusionist. Yeah, you could be
do?
part of that too.
Well,
we
wait a
can make
minute.
Tom disappear
A
after
magician and an illusionist?
Oh yeah.
And an aerialist, and we have a
all the
steel drum
lists.
piece we're going to premiere too.
World premiere featuring of a steel drum piece. It's called From North to South by our very own Adam Grimm, who's a composer and part of the LCO Orchestra.
You know, I went to...
You're making me crazy, man.
I went to...
Don't never do that
say
again.
Don't you never do that again.
That was like the whitest version of that, right?
Hey, don't you ever do that again. Don't you ever...
No, it's don't never do that.
Don't
again.
you never be saying none of that there Jamaican stuff on this show again, because you're making all them Jamaicans mad. Okay? Why don't you stop it there?
So I do
Botty
like
boy.
how weird this show sounds, where
does
it's a
sound
bunch
weird.
of, like, all of a sudden you have an aerialist.
Yeah, it's a mishmash.
And you would
and then
just add
steel
to the
drums.
weirdness.
Yeah. I guess it, they call it avant-garde. Is that still a
Something
thing?
guard.
So to all your listeners, you should call in and double up that challenge to Tom. So make sure
They
that he
never
should
call
up.
in.
They never call
Let's
in.
make
Our listeners are all afraid. They're
They
like,
just make fun of us in the Twitch chat.
As they heard you say that, they're like, no, thank you.
they won't go to that.
He promises to do it in bra and panties, maybe.
Who?
Depends on what you're gonna wear.
Is this a kinky show? Is this
Hey,
like an
it's
adult?
vaudeville.
Is
It's
this
cabaret.
yeah.
It's burlesque. Anything
okay.
goes.
I didn't
yeah.
know it was anything goes. I mean, like,
Well, we don't have boobs.
Now,
okay.
okay,
I mean, you got pasties though, right?
Exactly. Yes.
at the end of
Well,
the day,
Sean's got boobs, but I don't think he's gonna show them on stage.
I think you should. Everyone naked.
at the end of the day, I always look at what's in it for me.
As do we. Yes,
You
yes,
describe
yeah,
yourself
yeah,
as
yeah.
a what's in it for me kind of guy. I saw that on your Tinder.
And then, like going, and then I'm sure there'll be a rehearsal, and then I'll have to show up,
Yeah,
and you guys have a rehearsal
Practice
space.
being stupid, you idiot.
We
Yeah,
don't need
so-
you to show up until the actual concert,
Like,
because then the awkwardness makes it even better.
I'm in Jason's garage, and his wife's bitching about why there's like you guys are using our garage as a rehearsal space all the time.
I'm trying
Can't
to
you-
reset my Etsy shop, and I can't concentrate in here, Jason.
And then, so I'm in there, and then we're rehearsing, and then you're like, this is how you pretend to play trumpet. All this, all this time
Yeah.
that I'm out there
Weeks,
at Dr. Phillips.
weeks.
And then
No.
I do the show.
Cut to just some Karate Kid montage. That's all we're gonna be doing for the next couple weeks. All your
not like-
spare time, it's gonna be just trumpet,
Like
trumpet,
a
trumpet.
lifetime
What's wrong with
preparation.
that?
Good Lord.
What's wrong with just trumpet all the time?
So,
Plenty
but-
is wrong with that.
What
You need some preparation, H.
Jason
This is
reminds me
flaring.
of Trumpet Mark Norman a little bit. You look like Trumpet Mark Norman.
So, what is it?
Well, we need
for
an
me?
answer because we got to wrap the show up.
No, I know. Where you was like, Rick? Are you gonna break me off a piece of the?
Kit
I'm
Kat
saying-
Are you gonna break it off in my A?
of the.
What are you gonna do to me, Rick?
Oh my
are you
God.
I'm
talking
saying of like the profits. You're gonna shoot me.
He's like a turd that won't flush, right?
I don't know what that means. I don't think that's the correct application here. You're asking him to be in your event, and now you're calling him an unflushable
An
turd?
unflushable turd, right? You're supposed to come and have fun.
Fun.
Fun, yes.
He hates
That
fun.
is never a motivation for me. Are you guys motivated?
Sean,
by
will you
fun?
show him your boobs?
No, I don't want that.
I'll show them to you after the show.
So
I don't think
Sean,
I don't think Tom's
Jason,
gonna do it.
what do you think about this? I think he's chickening out.
Yeah,
I think he is chickening out.
I think he's coming
He
up
was
with
never
all
in.
kinds of excuses.
Rick is egging Jason on
Yeah.
out.
All I
What do you
was
think?
told is that you're
I think
game
you should
for
go
whatever
slap
you
his
do.
pussy face.
Yeah.
I was told about this 2-week challenge. Oh, I can learn anything.
I think you should push him down.
I'm sorry.
I think you should
We're
walk
too
over to his
crazy.
wife and say, "Hey, why don't you get with a real man, a trumpeting man?"
I missed that.
I'd pay to see that.
I do that.
I miss when you.
I do that at every Olive Garden I go to. I walk up to a table and I look at the people and I go, "Hey, why don't you get with a real man?"
You're like, what is the guy
I thought it was
trying?
a breadstick reference.
And if the wife like stood up and then walked
Started
out
walking out with me. It's happened one time. It's happened one time.
All right.
Awkward.
So I'll think about it. Keep emailing Sam.
No, just email Tom directly. I'll give you his cell phone number. I will.
You will.
I'll email you his cell
Don't
phone.
threaten me with a good
She
time.
will, and,
I'll
he's,
look at my
and he's
schedule.
so awkward. He'll change his cell phone number to not take the calls.
No.
You'll just change your number.
A lot of people have my number.
Everybody has his number.
They text me all
But
the time. I talk to
Sam,
them.
remember how persistent I am.
Yeah, be persistent to him because
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with this. I have
get me
nothing
right
to do with this. I already told you he wasn't going to do it.
I know where you work.
I'm not joking. There was a sales guy for the weekly.
Yeah, we just talked about him this morning.
If that was a threat, you've made a mistake, Rick.
They non-stopped emailed me to advertise so much I just did it. He wore me down, and I just gave him $500
Oh, there you
just
go.
to leave me alone. And then it worked. Anyway.
All right.
All right. So July 15th, you can get your tickets at Dr. Phillips.
Yeah.
Of course, just Google it. It's you'll see it on the calendar, and you can buy your tickets. Vaudeville show,
Just about
variety
the
show.
best-
Will Cia's
and we are-
Vaudeville Spectacular.
And we are a 501c3, not for profit. So
There you
come
go.
on out and support the arts.
All right.
That's awesome.
How does that work, Rick? When you do that?
Yeah. Can you get us on
It's
this?
called selling
yeah.
tickets, getting people's butts in the seats to come see our show.
No,
as
I
long-
mean like
Well, as long as the company's
like
not
free
making
money,
a
right?
profit,
Like-
but you could pay yourself to run it.
Yeah.
So
Any amount.
You're just like, I'll just take a huge paycheck, and then
because then people will be like, well, why'd you do that? I'll be like, because I'm worth it.
No.
And then people will be like, I want to argue
Yeah,
that. I'm
that's
like,
subjective.
you can't
Yeah,
argue.
yeah,
Don't look at it like that. You just get stuck on you're supporting the arts, and that's fantastic.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need more of that.
yeah, no, of course.
Get stuck on showing up and playing the trumpet
Yeah,
on
get
that
stuck
day.
there
Yeah.
too.
I
Yeah,
told
we
you,
need
Rick,
that.
I'll think about
Money where the mouth is.
We're
That's what
gonna
we
keep
need to
rolling
see.
back to that, Tom.
Yeah, that's fine. You can email me. I'll keep giving you the
How's your
runaround.
embouchure?
Do you have a mouthpiece?
100%. Yes, we do.
Oh my God, he's pulling it out of his mouth.
Do we
Jason.
ever?
All right, let me-
Let's
Yes,
go.
I think you should make Tom play the trumpet on air.
Where's that been?
Where's the trumpet
Yeah.
at?
That's fine. This
It's
is
like the
how-
old,
way over.
videos
All right,
where
here
you
we
say,
go.
I put my toothbrush in.
Buzz, baby, buzz. Oh, you're hired.
That's actually pretty good.
Yes. Oh, yes. I
He
think
went
his
that.
head just exploded, yes.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Now he's got a headache.
I'll take that in my middle school band any day, man.
There you go.
tastes like my tools.
I know what that means.
It's a butt piece.
Anyway,
All right, we gotta
guys.
take a break for Sam.
Yeah.
All right, Sam.
We will be
It's not
back
for me.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be. Yeah. Bye.
Back tomorrow.
All right, we did it. Yay!
The limits on that one.
Good job, y'all. Where's that go, Sam?
That's Monday the 3rd, fourth segment.
Monday the 3rd, 2nd.
Fourth.
The crazier we are, the more promotion the show will get.
Hey, that's great. Thanks for coming in, y'all.
We don't do the regular interviews too often. You know, like we did it the first time, but
That was definitely not normal.
yeah.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. I could tell you could fuck around. You don't care, so
We don't care. No.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate
Oh,
it.
man, anytime.
People take life too seriously, and I'm not all about that at all.
We'll appreciate y'all doing it.
Thank you for having us.
And very nice to meet you as well. Yeah, thanks for laughing.
Tom, on a percentage scale, on a slider, pretend you have your abacus out. What percentage are you going to show up?
We'll continue.
I'll send you an email, right, Sam? I'll
Yeah.
do a follow-up email or 20.
You can slip a D on the and change the M to an N and send them to me. It's fine. I know how to work my email blogger.
I mean, I gave the man his answer the first email. He just didn't want to hear it.
We got it saved.
Now we're going to have Woodsy.
When's Woodsy?
He should be walking in any minute if he's
rad.
not already out there.
Yeah, I think we finally figured it out, or at least I had to. I had to figure it out in my brain, especially after yesterday. Like out of practice, I feel like. Jason, nice meeting you, man. Take care, y'all. Bye, guys. See ya, and thanks for being a BDM, man. We appreciate that. That guy's a middle school. I'm gonna talk to him more about being a middle school band director.
Sean?
BDM man,
Yeah.
BDM Sean, yeah, because
He donated a bunch of
He did.
audio equipment to the Orlando Girls Rock.
He also,
cool.
though, I think middle school seems like the hardest fucking thing to do
Yeah,
in
fuck middle school.
in the world. And my mom was also a middle school music teacher, and I just kind of wanted to see the changes. You know what I mean? I used to help in my mom's class.
I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have the big clock on for you guys. I don't know where that went.
90% of it probably nowadays is getting the kids off their phones, right?
They
Yeah.
shouldn't have their phones out at all, but
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
yeah,
sure
yeah.
that.
You know what I'm saying? They all
Every
bring.
video I see, they have
My
their phone
cousin
on.
used to be a elementary school teacher, and a kid threw their phone at her head, and she quit.
Oh, the old BB Rexa, right?
Yeah, the BB Rex.
You saw that happen again with what's
It's happening everywhere, man.
Who was on stage and they tackle or they it's another girl pop singer that just got attacked yesterday, and then I think something happened to Pink, maybe.
Oh, someone threw their mom's ashes
There
on
were mom's
stage.
ashes at Pink. There's three. There's been three. BB Rexa, then one more, and then Pink. I can't remember.
They
who it
threw
was.
their mom's ashes.
Yeah.
like an urn of ashes, I think. Or we could have Ava Max. That's who it was. Thank you, EMH82. Yeah, Ava Max got tackled or something. Like, God damn, this is like the old Dave Chappelle comedy thing.
Running on stage and colliding with the singer. Let me see this video. Can everybody fucking chill out at concerts? What the fuck, dude? You're gonna ruin it for everybody.
You are gonna ruin it.
We also need better security. Let's be real.
It's time. They needed to overhaul security from concerts just getting in and out. So this has been a.
And then you have
long time
security guards who
coming.
are too aggressive and like beat up people in the audience. Okay, let me see.
No. Come on, man. Where's my thing?
That's a bad video, but it doesn't. It looks like he just kind of rolls off her back, maybe. Ooh, then they showed the BB Rexa thing.
There we go. Okay, I got you.
If we can't fit that segment for number 4, we could put it on number 2
It should work.
on Monday.
I don't think it's that far off.
Okay.
It'll be 45 total for 3 and 4.
Yeah, that's fine. 46 is our limit. Oh, I finished all that yesterday. The song shit, it's all ready to go. So if you want me to go ahead and give it to him now,
Yeah,
we can put that to bed and just have it ready
Yeah.
ready to roll.
All right. So do we have Thursday? Did we finish Thursday 1 and 2?
We don't have anything for Thursday.
Okay.
You want to
We
do one?
need Thursday and Friday. Well, we got Woodsy coming in.
Right.
That one we may put Monday.
Woodsy.
Yeah.
Okay, Monday
Let's just-
2.
Monday
Or-
2. Yeah.
okay.
Monday 2. Let's just start for Thursday.
Trailer Tammy did well. What? Phone should go in the airplane mode. This guy who threw a baby said he thought it would be funny. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. For older kids, I see they do that. Yeah, Tracy, what was that thing? You you were at the game and was it raining and then people kept running on the field? Like, what were they doing? I saw your post, but I didn't understand what had happened. So they just ended it early? Why? Like, why not just do security a little better? Like, so you're like, if you're going to keep running on the field, like, we can't stop you. Okay. Well,
They might not have had enough
we're into
security.
it. That
Yeah.
sounds, well, then I hope you got a refund. Because if people were running on the field, I wouldn't,
Yeah,
and
that's
you
not my
ended it
fault.
early, I'm like, you better give me some
That's what people are
fucking
saying
money.
about the BB Rexa, because I think she was only 2 or 3 songs in, and
You
people
better
are like,
give
I
me
want
some
my
money.
refund.
Yeah, you better give me money.
There was a couple. Remember a snow game last year in the NFL where people were throwing snowballs
I remember
and
that.
they threatened to stop. They're like, if the audience, they
You better cut it out.
They announced it.
Yeah.
They're like, if
It's
you
the only
keep
thing you can do.
throwing snowballs, we're gonna cancel the game and forfeit the game or whatever. Or I think they were going to penalize.
Yeah, it was
the
a team
home
penalty.
team.
Yeah.
Like 20 yards every time, and it worked. I was like, this is not going to work. There's going to be a D-head that throws it, you know what I'm saying, because he don't care, he'll burn it down. And
oh, shit.
it
Tracy
worked.
did not get a refund, and she's fighting with Ticketmaster and Amex. Their seats were $250 each. Yeah, those specialty games are not cheap, dude.
Yeah,
I've only
fuck
been
that.
to one. Remember we went years ago, we went to the soccer match. It's because we got free tickets. They were like $275 a pop. Those are not cheap tickets. You got to, like, and if you're going to end it early because of that, you got to have something, right? Oh, you were club level. Yeah, that's a pricey ticket. Lame. Oh, did you want to start before Woodsy? I thought we were waiting on him, but if you want to start, we can start.
When is he coming in?
He should be in right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like 2 minutes.
Probably walking any minute.
Okay, so we'll do Thursday after lunch.
When did Tracy's asking when we're gonna air the library thing? Where did you want to put the library segment?
What are they at? 2:30, 1:30?
1:30.
We can put it on Monday, or we could put it Friday to. We could put it Thursday to. When is that? Tomorrow?
She's
Oh,
tonight.
that's
She's today at 1:30.
Okay. We could put it Thursday too.
Yeah, Thursday or Friday, I think.
Can I
We
tell you
don't have
something?
either.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Favorite thing I've seen in a long time is a cute lady who's not a listener of ours peeking around the corner laughing at you. And how silly you are.
What?
That lady.
Trumpet mom.
Trumpet mom kept peeking around the corner and laughing at you. Hey fellas. What's going on, y'all? Right on time. Look at that, sliding in like boop. Yeah, man, chill out. Get yourself a drink. Get yourself a water or something, and get in the cold.
So good to see
Get
you guys
in the
again.
cold.
See you too, man. Hope you guys are well.
Oh, been great,
What's up,
man.
Woodsy?
Not a whole lot, man. How you doing?
Very good
See
to see you, man. Oh, that's my favorite Queen album. They're doing Hard Rock
All right.
Live, A Night at the Opera. Oh man, we got lots of smells.
I used to give guitar lessons to a guy who, his uncle was Mike Shipley, one of the producers of that album.
No shit, that's a rad album. A Night at the Opera. Oh, thank you. You're just setting us up. Thank you. Your new packaging looks pretty rad, man. We'll have to go. We'll have to talk about how hard that is to do, because I know it is very, very hard.
Dude, we thought it would take us like
work to get all
2 months to figure it out. It took us 7 months to get everything together.
Yeah, we know about that. It's like when you rent your new studio and then you don't get in it
Ooh,
for
get some
6
oil?
months because you're building it out, and you're like, well, this is a waste of fucking money. What are we doing? You know, like, and you're not happy at all. So, let me get our cameras good here for you guys. Hold on one second.
Brought all kinds of things for you guys.
Oh, right on, man.
Check out.
We appreciate that. Just kind of move this a little bit so we get you. If you guys can sit a little closer to each other
Sure.
in the center, that'd be perfect. I'm trying to change cameras a touch to give us a better lighting situation.
Nice.
We got this new guy.
Looks good.
Yeah, he's a big old fat boy, right? Bigger than the other ones, and he's
It
great.
is better.
But it's hot as hell. I mean, I'm like,
Really?
yeah, it's
Heat's
pushing
an
a lot
issue,
of
huh?
heat, man. Yeah,
Wow,
I've
that
never.
surprised me with the camera.
It really is putting out a lot of heat.
Yeah, now where you got me all excited about it.
It's like that Saturday Night Live skit where Tom
Yeah.
Hanks said it was a spoiled milk.
Okay.
Well,
yeah,
in
yeah,
here,
clearly,
but
okay.
in here, it just takes a little bit, right? Like I'm already gleaming
Are you
a little
sweating?
bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop
Is
the
it
hair.
me or is it the
It was your
camera?
birthday yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
birthday.
God!
Wow, look at the research.
Well, I mean, we try to do our extra research, but we've been told that we shouldn't do that.
yeah, it's like, nah.
That's a joke
One
for-
old man tells me not to do
I thought
research.
you were
That's just
visiting
trying
this
to
local
make
bar on
Sam laugh.
Thursday. What
Don't
you
do
about?
research.
I'm just trying to make
In and
Sam
out,
laugh.
plugs.
Did you see? Okay, no.
You were at Johnny's and you did the appetizer.
It did make me laugh though.
Yeah.
Don't research.
All right.
All
Yeah,
right,
so
Mr.
those are
Van.
just,
Sound advice
that's of course
anywhere.
like your Tom and Dan bar. I want
Yep.
you to see that. Then those are just two of the new products we're releasing as well, or announcing sort of today.
Okay, perfect.
The Groove Oil, and then those are like you know those little pucks that we give you guys for the Tom and
Yeah,
Dan.
Yeah.
We were making, since we did that anyways, we were making them of all of our scents, and we the reaction of people getting them as like samples or freebies and stuff. People just love them. They think they're cute.
It's like you know what it's good for is like a camping scenario.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sure.
Because you just toss a couple in like a
bag
like
or
for
something,
or
yeah.
like a kid, like for the kiddo with dance and stuff. I like regular soap, so I'll just toss a couple of them in, and then you got it. You know, even if you used it one time at like a park, you know, and then you couldn't take it with you or whatever. It's like you're not hurting anybody or anything. It's all natural. It's like
exactly.
it's kind of like camp suds is what I equate it to.
I got
familiar with that.
buddies
Yeah.
on the road, you know, that'll take it and just grab
Yeah.
2 of those to take on the road because they'll be out for 2 weeks or something like that.
But then you guys know I'm a soap weirdo. So.
No, so we're definitely soap weirdos too.
Yeah. Well, you guys took it to
Yeah,
a whole
we
new
took it to a
level.
whole
Yeah,
new-
yeah. I wasn't gonna say it,
Do I
but
need
yeah,
to
you're
put these
the
on?
real.
Do we need these on? Or?
You don't have to. If you want to, great. If you don't want to, it's fine. I'm still gonna be working faders and making you sound good.
Okay, whatever.
And we'll air this on Monday if that's cool.
That's totally
just
fine.
figured-
man.
Okay, cool.
Hey, how do you like the cloud lifters?
Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
We've had this for 6-7 years. Love it.
Do you? Okay.
It's the easiest way to get passive gain
Okay,
that
cool.
that is virtually it's the cleanest signal sound I can find.
Yeah, do you notice a difference in like the presence?
Oh,
of
it's
your
so
voice and
robust.
stuff?
Yeah,
Okay,
and it
cool,
makes
cool.
these guys because these guys need something, you know, like they're just
dynamic.
yeah,
microphones,
they're
so it's
and I couldn't find the right amp, you know, and I didn't really want to do that. And this is literally you just plug it in.
Sorry, I saw that in studio
Yeah.
guy here. It's like
Yeah, it's great. Yeah,
Soap
yeah.
and gear nerds over
Cloud
here.
lifter, if we didn't have one, we wouldn't have a show. Sam's got one under her desk.
awesome, man.
Yeah, and she has
Hey,
like
don't be looking at me.
don't be looking at Sam's cloud lifter.
Let me check out your cloud lifter.
I've been lifting the clouds.
It's called a cloud lifter.
yeah. Yeah, here. That's the
What does it do?
it lifts clouds.
Yeah.
You see how much I know about
Oh, get them.
With the
No,
cloud
it
being a
gives
technology
without
thing, it can get
without having to
confusing
plug
now.
it in, just the layman terms, without having to plug anything in, I can just put this mic into the cloud lifter and it will boost our gain and give us a really big fat almost like it's going through a preamp, but it's not. So I
Okay.
guess this is sort of a preamp. You might know more than I do.
Yeah, that's they're a mic enhancer. I
There
think
you
is
go.
Technically, what they
Yeah,
call
yeah.
them.
It's like a lifts it up a little.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like a push-up bra
Push-up
for
bra for
microphones
microphones.
that need gain. And then see the problem with a preamp for me is that when in here we're so simple. I run out of space number one, and I'd want a big tube-looking deal, you know, with some lights on it and something old, and it would be hot. It would be hot.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which temperature is a big concern, it seems like, in this room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we
a
got
tiny-
camera, preamps.
Tiny room. And also, a big tube amp is like, I mean, for the one I would want to do this correctly, we're
Yeah.
$1,000 or more. And this I could get for a nice $200 on sale on Sweetwater with my Jerry, my personal shopper.
Yeah, I love that, right?
Yeah, when they call you.
Yeah, I'll send you a message. Hey, I thought you would like
more
this.
persistent than the car
Hey,
warranty
what
people.
happened to the drums you were going to buy? I was just surfing the web high.
We got a special on those right now.
Because they'll call you. Out of the blue, they'll just call you.
Yeah.
Because they see you surfing the web.
See you put
I
the
don't like
cars
that, by the
together
way.
or
That's
whatever.
creepy.
It's a little
Good to
intense.
see
Yeah.
ya.
I saw you put a drum kit in your cart. Yeah,
yeah.
there was an accident. How'd you get my number? Well, you have an account. I just called you to see if
yeah.
you're going to buy it.
Well, now
It's very aggressive.
I just assume that whatever I'm searching on the
Are you
internet,
talking about Sweetwater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's super aggressive.
like
I love them, but
They
everybody's
hit you up every goddamn year for
yeah.
Christmas, your birthday.
well,
Especially
now
around the
they're.
holidays,
Have you
they're
gotten the personal call?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where they'll literally.
Emails, calls.
They did for my Martin guitar. I ordered it from the factory, but I had one in my cart just because I was looking at it, and I'd always go back to look and see.
deal.
And then no, they called me. They're like, "Hey, when you picking up this guitar?" I'm like, "I already
Yeah.
got it like a couple
I'm
months
sure
ago."
my Sweetwater
From
assistant's
who?
in my will somehow.
Yeah, they know everything about me. All right, Tom, would you like to begin?
And is this available now?
Yes.
is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
It is available not only on our store, but we just recently are also doing it at the Main House Market, the one that opened up in the Market on South building.
Okay.
Oh, right on.
So they carry all the soaps, but everything else, like our Groove oils and extended products, are only available on groovesoaps.com. Yep.
All righty. Well, Mr. Van, here we go.
Okay.
In 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. We've got Nas and Woodsy in here. How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic.
From Groove Soaps, and we've been working with these gentlemen for a while, producing some soaps for
Well,
charity.
we do very little.
We don't produce
I
anything.
was gonna say, we,
Oh,
like,
we're idea men. No, no,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
the
yeah.
idea men. We're
Well,
the
for
promoters.
Every soap maker needs dirty people.
Tom
We
is
are the dirty people.
he
in
only
the
uses
equation.
it for half of his body.
If you
Everyone else
want a
gets
soap
half,
for
right?
your arms, boy, do we have a soap for you.
The yin and the yang. You know, the
It is
ebb and the flow.
ironic that I promote soap
It is.
and the library. Like, that should not work. Let's talk about the BDM bourbon soap you guys created. This is going to be on groovesoaps.com. correct?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, it's on there right now.
It
I guess
is?
if you wanted to jump over there and get yourself a now, are these still considered slabs or bricks or what are
So
these?
we've
is
kind
the
of
question.
modified. We got into the new packaging design and everything like that, which was a an endeavor and a journey all of itself.
I want to talk about
But,
that a little bit because
sure, sure.
as a small business, we're a small business, you're a small business, and like anytime we go to do anything like that needs branding, that needs packaging, that needs it's really hard, you know. And
Well, it was quite the journey.
did you guys do all of it in house? Were you like using favors and friends and like how do you guys like when you do this? Because that's what we do.
The aforementioned,
Yes.
yes.
What do
Yeah,
you guys
favors
do
and
when you're
friends,
when
for
you're
sure.
having to do a logo?
Honestly, other than this soap adventure, everything Nas and I have done has pretty much been music related. So getting into packaging and stuff was a whole different area for us. But yeah, we had to do the designs. First, we had to modify back the soap. We went from the slab concept to just the bar thing. So there's still a huge bar soap.
Yeah, it's massive.
Like,
Not
last
quite
time
as
you
huge
saw
as the
us-
slabs,
Yeah,
but
it was a 9-ounce bar soap. We called it a slab. Our biggest, I guess, comment back was sometimes it was just too big, or people would cut it down. And we were,
small
Right, hands, yeah, yeah, and I yeah, can't
hold the slab,
Yeah.
and I dropped it on my foot.
yeah, and even we were cutting it down to 3 different sizes: half slab, quarter slab, as different options.
I
but-
like that because it felt like
Sure.
drugs.
Sure, yeah. I give it a little something.
Give me
a little
a
thing.
slab of
Yeah,
slab.
yeah, yeah.
Put some
Hey, I got
baby
you.
powder in there. Make it a little thicker.
Yeah, I'll give you a deal in the half slab. Yeah,
Poof it up.
But when it came to doing the packaging, that became our biggest weakness because now we needed 3 boxes. We needed 3%. You know, all of a sudden. So we decided, you know, we're gonna totally do a rehaul and reshape, and we went with a 6.5 ounce. So
Nice.
not a huge difference. Still a bigger bar soap than many of the competitors and people in the same line of products. And we had to redesign our whole process.
Yeah,
we built
yeah.
all new molds and designed all new molds. So we have a whole new process of how we pour and cast the soap. We cut it with
we
guitar
used to
strings.
make it. I
Do
make
you
the
really?
analogy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I made the analogy. We used to make it and cut it the way you would make brownies. We'd pour it in a mold and then take it out of there and then cut it like you would a tray of brownies and get 12 bars. Now we cut it like a big loaf of bread, and we cut 12 bars at one time with one stroke and then move it out of the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
12 bars, one stroke.
Hey.
Aggressive.
Oh, baby.
Quite
Let
the
me tell
upgrade.
you.
Now I want a
He's lost his
big
mind.
soap loaf. Like, how big of a loaf could you
Yeah,
get?
could you make the Tom and Dan soap loaf?
They are 6-foot soap loaves when we start.
Yeah. It's 56 bars long.
What if someone wanted?
56 bars.
What if someone wanted to buy one loaf?
Uncut?
Would you
Uncut?
sell it?
Yeah.
Now,
the
do you-
shipping might be a
Shipping
problem.
would be
Yeah.
really hard to get around.
Would you discount a day-old loaf?
Well, it
We've
has to
never.
cure,
Technically,
you know.
they're 30-day-old
It
loaves
needs to
by
be
the
at least
time
a
you get them
30, yeah.
anyway.
31.
Yeah, there we go. There.
Also, I wanted to talk about the playlist that you guys
Yes.
have on
Well,
the
that you
side of
guys
the
came up with
packaging.
technically on that one.
So,
So,
I mean,
Yeah.
we always had like a vision from the start that this was a cool idea. Like this idea that soap is like a old school practice, right? Making soap, sort of like an old world idea. I've always been a fan of music and vinyl. And I think when people think of records and vinyl, they think of a black record, right? They think of that classic thing, you know?
Yeah.
And where modern collectors are and where the world has come into artistry has been infused into making records in vinyl, we wanted our collection of soap to like sort of represent also like modern vinyl because it's like a handmade good, it's, you
Okay.
know? And so all the packaging, we had this idea. We wanted it to look like a record collection. We wanted it to come out of the box on the right side, you know, like a record does. You know, pull it out, and then we're like, we want these things to have a personality. So all of them have a playlist designed on like the character of the scent and bar, like what it kind of brings you. You know, like you guys curated your own
We
playlist,
did.
which is
Oh,
super
man,
cool.
That is so good.
But like all the other ones, like, you know, the coffee one's gonna have like an early morning vibe. You know, the Florida Citrus is gonna have a refreshing sort of uplifting thing. Our Mother Ocean bar is gonna be a little more reggae. And
yeah, we came up with a few
know,
new scents too when we came up with the packaging
Yeah.
because since we didn't have to come up with 3 boxes for everything, we decided to
went
add
crazy.
some additional scents. So we came up. What were we?
we had 6 scents and 6 bars that were scented, 2 unscented. We now have 15 different scents.
Wow.
So, Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, super exciting.
Yeah, smell great, man.
And you can get them all at groovesoaps.com.
Yep.
And now
We also have the Groove Oil, which I think, Tom, might be good for you because at the bottom here it does say it encourages hair growth, so it might help you with your beard.
Yeah, you need to oil your face with this oil.
spray my beard.
Yeah,
Oil your face
Is it
off.
the only reason you don't have a
Let's
beard? It's
rub
just
it in
won't
there.
grow
Hold on, it
Yeah.
encourages hair growth.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it
all
says
the-
like, please.
All the natural.
Please
grow.
grow. God
It's just
damn
really
it.
convincing.
You're doing a great
Glenn,
job
yeah.
growing.
It's more of a hair coach.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, it's like a Ted Lasso, but for your face.
So we
Believe.
this is hilarious.
You know what?
Lasso,
I've
facial
gone
oils.
the opposite direction on Ted Lasso. Hate it now.
You're
Absolutely hate
like,
it.
nope,
Did
not
you
my
guys
thing.
know I have not finished the final season?
Wow.
And I was the guy. I was Mr.
Yeah, you
Ted
guys
Lasso.
need to see Ted Lasso.
But the second to last season and what they did with Nate, F you, Ted Lasso. I hate you, and I don't believe it anymore. I do not believe it. I would do what Nate does. I'd rip that thing right in half. I'd rip it right in half.
Too uplifting.
Yeah. And if you're just now watching Ted Lasso, you're an idiot. You waited this long to watch it. You're the dumbest listener we have.
So Nas Woodsy, the real reason I asked you to come in here is
Oh, no.
God.
Oh, no.
to
What do you want from them?
No, well, I need
What do you
them.
want from them?
I need them to
beautiful.
verify that my wife's insane.
I love these. He always gets friends of the
Yeah.
show to come in, and then he plays this game.
Yeah.
He's
I
like,
don't know.
is she?
Yeah.
Two musicians that make soap were not any more qualified for that.
Well, you guys are soapmen,
Yeah.
and you are soap scientists,
Is there
so
an
you
old
know
world
soap.
term for soapmen? Like, there's the apaca.
I see what you mean. Just
apaca.
soap
know,
maker.
soap makers all
really,
I
I
yeah.
want it to be like.
I wish it was like
But I like the term soapman. That
Yeah,
sounds-
yeah.
Soapman.
soapman or
Sounds
like
a cobbler or
kinda,
something,
yeah.
but you know.
Or what is that you use a lot? Lie?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
liars. How about liar?
They're called a soaper.
I'm sorry.
It's different. I
Soap.
I'm
Soapers.
such an old man. I've been sitting on a liar joke for how long have you been here? 20 minutes.
So let me give you a little backstory. So one of our great sponsors, Modern Plumbing Industry, installed an outdoor shower at my house.
It looks so rad. They use this
great
copper
job.
piping,
Yeah.
and he was going to do it himself. Oh, my God. And it was going to look like ladder golf.
And
Nice.
my wife,
Multifunctional.
she's super excited because
She can soap her boobs outside.
well, that and the boys were running through the house to the shower, wet all the time, and then she was like, it'd be great if they could just shower out here, and then they get
Be
dressed.
done with it. Dry off, and then by the time you walk to your room, you're dry.
We're in the pool all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
time.
So anyway, they installed outdoor showers, great Modern Plumbing. I can't recommend them enough. And then my wife, I put some
You know, when
plants.
people say that, it bothers me. 'Cause you could. You could work a little harder.
I could do more. I can work harder. I leave at some days at 2:45, and I drive. I'm like, man, I could have worked another hour.
Yeah,
15.
I could have given Modern PI a couple minutes.
I'm pretty lazy. So anyway, then I put the plants up for the barrier, and then she gets some sort of thing to stand on,
Like a
in
little
the
wooden
corner,
mat. You need
yeah.
a wooden mat.
So anyway, she comes up with the idea. She's like, I need to get environmentally friendly soap.
Sure.
Because where the shower's at, it basically goes into my drain, and then it goes out into the storm drain.
Totally
Perfect.
agree. It's
Yeah.
like you don't
Yep.
want to go camping and be using everything for you. Don't be
It's
using
where my gutter,
Yeah, you don't be
Yeah.
spraying all your kitchen chemicals everywhere.
So she got some sort of hippie soap from the
Is it the
Safer
one
Rivers.
with? Is it the one with all the
It
with all
smelled
the
like
Bible,
cinnamon.
all the Bible verses and stuff?
Yeah, it has something.
I like that. That soap is the creepiest, scariest soap ever. You look at it, and the more you read, the more you think that if you use this soap, it's going to turn you into a cult monster.
We are soap geeks. They have a complete documentary on somewhere on Amazon Prime about that soap.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
And the
No,
family and
yeah,
everything.
everything
Yeah,
about
And
it.
is it kooky?
It's just interesting.
It's
all right.
certainly interesting.
meant
The-
well.
You know what? I
the
appreciate the fact
founder
that you're
of
not
that-
willing to throw mud at other soap.
Yeah.
I know what
Well,
interesting
they-
means.
I leave that to Tom.
So
Don't make yourself look bad. We'll do that. We'll do that.
So
We got
anyway,
that covered.
and I don't give a damn what kind of I'm just like whatever out there. So and so then my wife starts using it. Now she has a very she's always complaining about oh, this is this is bad for my skin, or this is makes my face red, or all these things that never, by the way, never affect me at all. Like I'm eating it and I'm putting it in my eyes and it'll even make it red, and I'm like, all right, I guess whatever. And so she's using this environmentally friendly soap that she bought, and then she proclaims to me the other day, we get out of the pool and then we're standing in line for the outdoor shower, and she's like, and she's like, I'm showering inside because I can't use this soap anymore. It makes my hair dry and my skin too dry. And then I'm like, hold on, just bring your soap outside, a little bit of soap in the drain. I mean, do you understand how much oil is on the roads, and and the amount of oil and poison is getting run down the storm drain? I'm sure a tiny thimbleful of whatever the hell soap you have going into the storm drain. By the way,
one swipe of a Groove soap bar. One swipe.
And then by the time it even gets out too, because it has to go through the pipe all the way out to the front yard and go, and then it goes into the storm drain.
What's your question? Let me help you out.
Okay. So now Crystal's not using the damn outdoor. Now we're all just me and the boys are using.
Okay, so if you're following along, the outdoor shower only lasted about 2 weeks.
I'm using it. I've showered there. The
You're
boys
only using it because it's there. If it wasn't there, you wouldn't be using it.
But she and I'm trying to tell her, I'm like, listen, the small amount of regular soap isn't going to kill those turtles.
She turns the water off in between rinsing her toothbrush. She's one of those people, and I'm not saying that's bad. I think that's pretty great. I'm just not that person.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want to waste the water. Well, water, a trillion tons fall every day on us for free.
Yeah,
we're lousy with water in Florida. We're not in the desert.
So do you guys know anything about this?
So is soap harmful at all to the environment?
Certain bars for sure, and that's something to be conscious about. If you're just using, I don't want to throw any brands into the company, but you can just go get a normal, just off the shelf at a Walgreens, Walmart kind of bar soap that you're popular with, and that stuff does have colors and chemicals and things that are not natural. So if you want to get into it, is it good to go running into your garden, your grass, and into the system? If she's worried about that, sure, that's a reasonable thing to worry about. Like with us, all of this is all natural. Even it comes in a compostable box. So you can feel good about the whole.
I'm glad to hear that because I eat the boxes.
And if she's really nervous about it, even something
because that's what I said. I was like, I think the base ingredient of soap is fat, right? Is a lie or something.
Some kind of oil.
Are you calling me fat?
Are
you calling me fat?
But then I'm like,
he's calling you soapy.
Could you imagine how much actual pollution is just being run down the storm drains from the oil of cars, gasoline? The tiny soap will help it. I was like, how could it be? It can't be that bad.
Right now, the chat room's asking if I leave the sink on while I'm brushing my teeth, and the honest answer is, I absolutely do.
If we have unlimited water, you pay for it. You pay the county.
I really thought of it. Why do I do it? It's because I don't like to go up, rinse off. Brush and then turn it back on. I just leave it on and go in and out. Because it's easier that way. It's only that's the honest answer. It's just easier. It's not. I don't put any thought into it. I guess I could.
No, but it's not like we need to save water. It's not like the government's like, hey, only use your sprinklers.
I used to brush my teeth in the shower. I did. I used to brush my teeth in the shower, and I like that. I like to brush my teeth, but I forget sometimes, and I have to ask Maisie to get my toothbrush, and then she has to throw it over the top.
I don't think wasting water is a thing in Florida.
Oh, it is. It's totally a thing.
If you're in Arizona, I understand. They don't have any water.
I think wasting water is a thing everywhere.
California.
I think it's a thing everywhere.
So
let's walk through some of the
Groove soaps. It's fine. If I have a bar of Groove soap, I can tell my wife, you use this. It can go into the storm drain. It's fine.
Even our Don't Be So Sensitive bar, which is our unscented, sort of very, very gentle, our gentlest bar.
Give her that, but
that would be. There's it's such a.
The name's gonna make her mad.
Yeah, it is sort of one of those things.
I'm not sensitive.
That's the whole fun part of it. But it is something like that is so honestly and basic and nothing besides just what it needs to be to turn into soap. and that you can feel very good about using.
It wouldn't
outside.
even work good to wash your kids' mouth out with soap.
Oh my God, it's that sensitive. It's like I can't do this. I can't do
You
this.
can't even Christmas story.
That's funny. That's pretty funny.
What are like the base ingredients when you're putting this together, besides when you add any of the actual scents?
Yeah, so for our soap blend, like for the Don't Be So Sensitive, it's like 90% olive oil. And then it's our soap blend. The soap blend is what we use for everything else. So that's going to be coconut oil, sustainably sourced palm oil, olive oil, canola oil, castor oil, and vitamin E.
Yep, that's for all of our soaps.
Yeah, that's for all of our soaps.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's just a variety of oils. That's a fine.
That's a fine. Hey, it's a variety of oil. That's a fine.
And you don't put motor oil down the drain, but some coconut oil, coconuts. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
It's growing
Once
around.
They
again,
just fall down.
As a younger man, I have tried to put motor oil down the drain. I've learned the errors of my ways. I don't do that.
Do you remember the what was it called? The Event Horizon down in the Gulf? What is it?
Oh, yeah,
blowing
yeah.
like so many billions of gallons of oil. It just went off for months. It was. I remember when it was happening. It was like 10 trillion gallons.
By the way, we're
of
not
oil.
laughing at that. It's not like we're laughing.
no,
We're like,
no,
"Ha ha,
yeah,
it's so
it's-
funny.
Yeah,
But it is, you
His
know,
conviction is
We're
what
laughing
it is.
because
speaking,
your
wife's
wife
not doing anything like that.
she thinks she is. She thinks she is.
I don't even think it'll get to the ocean. I mean, it will just absorb into the earth. Anyway, all right. So
I'm glad we could talk about it for you, though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
did it
all
make
right.
you feel
made me
better?
Yeah, you should be
See,
able
I
to-
can't actually say these things to my wife. So
All he does is he gets the answer and he stores it in his brain. So when she says, "I can't use the shower," and he'll say in his brain, "I'll be like." Yes, you could. That's the only equation that happens.
Yeah, and then I'm like, wait until I talk to Nas and Woodsy about this. Yeah, I know they'll agree with me. Like, knowing someone will agree with you, best feeling.
It's a great feeling. It really is a
I
great
knew
feeling.
before I asked the question.
He'll
They
do
don't
it.
agree.
He does it to me all the time.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, Daniel will agree with
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Now you have to take
Yeah.
sides.
And I was like, even if it's a lie, they'll say it's fine because it's business.
Is the groove oil, question about the groove oil,
yes.
is this something more for like beer
So
treatment?
the only reason we dodged the name of just calling it like a beard oil.
Yeah.
I mean, like we've talked about this before, how other brands similar to this are sort of like toxically masculine. It's a very common thing in like the soap
Yeah.
world. You see a lot of that. And we're trying to be more neutral. I mean, that's
Gotcha.
soap for everybody. So it's not just a beard oil, and I feel that like limits the approach to like who it could be good for. You know what I mean? So we
Right.
like to call it a groove oil or something fun, but it's like we call it on the bottle like a multi-purpose, non-cosmetogenic, meaning it doesn't clog your pores.
Gotcha.
Blend that's good for like beards, your eyebrows, dry or itchy spots in your skin, cuticles, your follicles.
that's what
I
I
mean,
use it for.
You need to oil your eyebrows.
I literally, I'm a musician, so on a day I play like a double or a triple. My calluses and fingers will get real dry. I keep a little unscented one in my bag. I'll squirt it all on my fingers in between
nice.
gigs, moisturizes them and keeps my fingers going. I know that sounds unusual, I guess, but I mean, it's really how, like we say on there, is that there's no wrong way to groove. However you can find a use for it, it like does stimulate hair growth. It does make your skin
Let's
healthy.
say I'm out in the field with
Yeah.
Dog the Bounty Hunter,
Yeah.
and I decide to pull over into a Kmart to
Yeah.
masturbate because I'm bored.
Perfect.
All you need is Carol Baskins.
I would like to thicken my fingernails, like big yellow.
No, that's a condition. You don't want that.
Yeah,
You don't want that.
That's
yeah,
totally
yeah,
yellow.
The
yeah.
ones where they look like what do you call it? They look like contact lenses. You don't want that. You don't
Yeah.
want that. I saw a guy on TikTok, and all of his fingernails look like big yellow contact lenses, and I threw up in a
Wow.
trash can.
I believe that.
Yeah. It was bad.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
It was bad.
yeah.
So Nas Woodsy, thanks so much for coming by. We
My
appreciate it. And again, groovesoaps.com. You can get the Tom and Dan BDM bourbon soap and all the soaps we were talking about. Also the oils. And
What's limited edition? Did I miss that? Oh, this
These
is just
are
the little
soap
guy.
pucks. Yeah, we have the pucks for sale in a variety. Yeah,
guys.
we have those for sale in a variety pack.
This is what I was talking about. These little guys
Yeah.
these are the jam. I think Andrew even has some of these. With,
we call them soap pucks, and
these are great.
you can buy a 5-pack right now. We'll see if it's popular, or maybe in the future we'll do like where you can get a 5-pack or 10-pack of a certain scent. But right now it's just a variety pack.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
and just how like we talked to a BDM that is an entrepreneur and then decided to make our own cleaning products, and like the base of it, I feel really is like, okay, if someone locally makes a product.
Did you hear Nas? Nas was like, well, like, hold on a second. Do they happen to make body cleaning products? I'm joking.
If a local small business makes a product with natural ingredients, right, and
I'll buy it,
and I can support them, and also the ingredients are just like, because like I said with the media that made their own cleaning products, like giant corporations are going to try to cut costs and then try to use the cheapest products over and over and over until they get to a point where you have a concoction of chemicals that are the cheapest possible, and they pass FDA, but it doesn't say by how much. It was just like it was like, this is technically edible. Don't eat too much. And then it
just happened yesterday. They recalled a cough syrup because it killed like 9 kids overseas because they put some really nasty chemical in there, and it had an adverse reaction with people. Yeah, you can't mess around with stuff like that.
And then if you're like, hey, I'll support local and buy a product that has better ingredients, kind of like craft beer,
It is exactly like
craft soap and stuff.
Soap,
and there's, why wouldn't you pay for that? Plus, you're getting a giant bar that I've heard from our listeners lasts for GD ever, which is probably a business
it's a great
mistake.
Value. yeah, maybe
You're like the Crocs of soap.
Yeah, it does last a long
like
time.
This bar of soap will last me 3.5 years. And you'll be dead.
They just tried to make it smaller. I'm like, I mean, I guess you did okay, guys. Could have been a little smaller.
We try.
Thanks, guys.
Did you want to maybe smell some of the new scents?
Yeah. Give me one.
I'll hand you guys out a few.
Yeah, because I don't want to run out of time with you guys. But give me the ones you like the most.
Here you go. See
Ooh,
what
I
I got.
this one.
Mother Ocean.
Okay, coffee break's dope.
You're asking the wrong person to give my opinion on smell, because I'm always going to be like,
oh yeah, it's good.
This one.
I mean, like I said, if it doesn't smell like dog feces, then I'll say pretty good. Like,
we actually do have a dog feces one.
And that's coming from
like,
Tom.
I only know bad and good. I don't know anything in between.
Don't make dog.
Yeah, because he'll buy all of it.
It's either good or bad, and I know all the bad categories. And there's a lot of feces in there.
Oh, Forager I have. I like this one.
Yeah, that's our facial bar. So it's like infused with mushrooms of 3 different types for beneficial vitamins and antioxidants to your face. But also has like Palo Santo, tonka bean, and frankincense. It's a hell of a bar.
It's a
Tonko bean.
Yeah, hungry. And then I brought something fun. I know, like we talked about, we have vinyl soap imagery and stuff, but we had something fun done where we have. This is the first time anyone. This is the first ever.
Oh my
soap-filled
God.
records. This is a real record.
This is a real record.
Album, but it is filled with groove soaps. All 3 are the only 3 that ever existed. This is made by a guy who does custom vinyl work. Romanus Records. You can find on Instagram. It looks like Romanus or Romanus Records.
This is cool.
But this is these,
so
right?
cool.
So I've been holding off and showing these off, but this is literally like the world's first vinyl, like soap-filled vinyl
Are you guys
records.
going to sell these?
No, we're hanging on to them now. They're like maybe we'll see one day, but these are like that one's filled with
kids will
sand.
inherit 'em
That one
someday.
has our Christmas bar we had that was like peppermint.
I'm like,
You know what?
Yeah.
This up.
Yeah, you're good. It's good. It's good.
This made me mad.
I just thought it'd be fun to show you guys these things. Like,
Those are so
know
cool,
what
man.
So
Thank you for
They're
showing
doing
them
fun
to us.
stuff, Tom.
Yeah,
Leave
look
them
how
alone.
fun their record back.
when I
Don't
was
break that.
We have as much fun as you can with soap,
this, I'm gonna get home and yell at my sons because when I was a kid, my mom would drop me off at my grandmother's house. My dad's.
I feel like
mom.
we're getting a new story.
And then she didn't have any toys or anything for a kid to play with. Like there was a tiny box in her like where her vacuum cleaner was, and where like there were some dominoes in there and like a couple like wooden.
Go to the junk box and dig
Got
around for hours.
And then the only other toy she had for me to play with was a sand thing.
An hourglass.
An
hourglass. That's why you're obsessed with time. An hourglass.
And then, but it was like this, and sand, like as you flipped it, sand would come there and then form like a pyramid.
Yeah.
And then you
It's
flip
an
it
hourglass.
over. Okay. Yeah, but it wasn't like an hourglass. It was like flat.
Yeah.
And then you'd flip it, and then it would
Would the
just.
sand come out of it?
There was like water in there,
Obstacles,
and
yeah,
then like then sand would build
remember
up.
those.
And then I just used to play with that because that was the only thing I had. She didn't have TV, and then it was that, and then dominoes, and then my sons. I mean, had unlimited.
You don't like fun. This explains
so
everything.
much.
You only
And then
played
I
with
saw this-
sand and dominoes?
And then I
Just
went back.
tricking it back.
No, I mean, like this was only when I go to my grandma's house. But I don't want to yell at my sons like, you have unlimited internet, a million things to watch, a million different video
It's not
games.
their fault. Don't yell at them about it.
Back to my day.
But Sam, you want to though. You really want to when you see
You
them
could just
enjoying
not
it.
buy them all the toys.
Can you purchase
Just give them a
this?
So, like,
sandbox.
that my album be on sale in a couple months. These 3 will not probably, but there are other variants that he made that are different.
So
that are
you
filled with
can
sand,
get
filled with other-
records
this will play.
pressed.
What was that?
This will play.
100%. It's my album. Yeah. It's,
Awesome. That is rad.
Yeah, it's
That-
wild.
It's so rad.
He actually brought up the guy was doing the order and he liked the soap. I had sent him some soap anyways. He's like, dude, let's make soap-filled ones, a couple for fun. Let's
his
do
idea.
it. Yeah, it's his
Is
idea.
it an
so.
expensive process with him putting? Yeah, I would imagine
Yeah,
putting
for
everything
sure,
together,
for
and it's
sure.
handmade. It's art.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
art-
oh,
yeah.
totally.
It's
That's-
handmade
yeah.
art.
That's exactly like what I was saying before. It's like someone applying their art to my art. It was like a fun
I'm
collaboration.
so glad you
know?
brought that as something to like check out. That's wild.
Yeah, I
man.
thought it was like, we'll talk about the things we need to, but that'd be cool just
You know
to
what
show.
you
I
need
thought
to
you'd be
do? A
interested.
liquid field one.
He has liquid
Yeah.
filled ones.
Like
All this
oil
is
and
real
water,
thing.
like you
Yeah,
were
yeah.
saying, too,
That's-
where they-
'cause that's
sand.
so
If you look up Romanus Records, on Instagram, you'll see the liquid filled ones and all that jazz. He does some
That's
really
nuts.
cool stuff. But yeah, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed the new scents. I hope you guys
Yeah, I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that,
products
man.
and
Are
Nas,
you
what's
keeping
it-
that?
What?
The record.
Oh, that's a gift.
Expensive, man.
That's his own.
He said he's keeping them.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, my
I
God.
thought you gave it to me.
No.
Why'd you give it to all 3 of us?
He wanted you to look at
I
it.
saw him put a piece of paper on top of it. I was like, hold on a damn
I
second.
thought you gave it to me.
Oh, that would have been so awkward.
Well, you handed it to me and Daniel and Sam, and
Yeah,
you're
we
like,
all
oh,
looked at it, we
you're
handed
like,
it back.
You only 3 made, and then I thought it was a gift.
It's kind of like when Deborah comes and hands you the toys to look at. You give them back.
She took the stroker.
Because it was not a gift.
She
did take it back.
And then she was like, I'll use this for a display.
display, and I was
like, no. It was like, there's a reason I put it behind my Diet Coke. I was going to let it sit there and
Ew.
eventually put it in my pocket.
Always hide the stroker behind your Diet Coke.
All right. Guys, thanks so much for coming in.
Yeah,
Our
appreciate
pleasure,
it.
man, our pleasure.
And we'll,
GrooveSoapstock.com.
yeah,
Yeah.
groovesoaps.com. You're 100%.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yep.
groovesoaps.com.
And Groove Soaps on all Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Yeah,
Yep.
and snag some of that BDM soap. And guys, are we done? Or
no, we'll see you in a minute.
Okay, we'll be right back. Awesome, y'all.
Cool.
Thanks for doing it.
Oh, our pleasure, guys.
That was fun, man.
Yeah, when we were
Those
talking.
records are dope.
Yeah, because I showed off all the other stuff, and the vinyl community was all a buzz. But I've always kept these sort of like, I was like, when's a good time to
Those are cool.
bring this up? And I was like, or this is the first time since we've been on to get the vinyl boxes.
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And like you guys on the, this is like, I don't know. I feel like it's a cool thing to show off.
Yeah, it's neat.
And that was fun. I knew I didn't want to tell you beforehand because I wanted your reaction.
Yeah,
to
it's
be like,
cool.
what is this?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I mean, as a guy with vinyl, I look at it and I'm like, I've never seen anything
Yeah,
like
dude.
that.
I'll send you some pictures of some of the other ones he's made for me. It's really beautiful and wild stuff. And like I said,
Or excuse me, Sam.
Monday, 2.
Monday too.
and those are
That is for you guys.
This is all for
it
you
is?
guys.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
everything we brought in is all for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're not even that.
Just put the Diet Coke on top of it.
Are we going to lunch? Is it lunchtime? It's lunchtime, right?